Felines, belonging to the Felidae family, are a group of carnivorous mammals commonly known as cats. This family includes both domestic cats and a wide variety of wild cats, such as lions, tigers, leopards, and cheetahs. Felines are characterized by their agility, strength, sharp claws, and keen hunting instincts. Below is a breakdown of their general characteristics and some key species. General characteristics of felines. Carnivorous diet. All felines are obligate carnivores, meaning they rely primarily on a diet of meat. They have sharp teeth and claws designed for catching and killing prey. Keen senses. Felines have excellent night vision, making them effective nocturnal hunters. Their sense of hearing and smell is also highly developed. Agility and strength. Felines are built for speed and agility, with muscular bodies, flexible spines, and retractable claws with the exception of cheetahs. Solitary or social behavior. Some felines, like lions, are social and live in groups called prides, while others, like leopards and tigers, are more solitary. Territorial nature. Most felines are highly territorial, marking their ranges with scent markings or vocalizations. They often defend their territory from other individuals of the same species. Silent stalkers. Felines are known for their ability to move quietly while stalking prey, thanks to padded paws. Retractable claws. Most felines can retract their claws when not in use, which helps keep them sharp and reduces wear. Types of felines. Species overview. Domestic cat. Size: small, 3.6 to 4.5 kilograms. Habitat: domesticated worldwide. Description: domestic cats are descended from wildcats and are common pets around the world. They are adaptable, with a wide range of coat patterns and colors. Known for their independent nature, domestic cats are skilled hunters of small rodents and birds. Lion. Size: large, males up to 250 kilograms. Habitat: grasslands, savannas of Africa, and a small population in India. Description: lions are the most social of the big cats, living in prides. Males are known for their impressive manes, and they primarily hunt large herbivores such as buffalo, zebra, and wildebeest. Tiger. Size: largest of the felines, up to 300 plus kilogram. Habitat: forests, grasslands in Asia, India, Southeast Asia, Siberia. Description: tigers are solitary hunters known for their power and stealth. They have a distinct orange coat with black stripes, making them easily recognizable. Tigers are apex predators, often hunting large prey such as deer and wild boar. Leopard. Size: medium, 30 to 90 kilograms. Habitat: African savannas, forests, and parts of Asia. Description: leopards are solitary, elusive, and incredibly strong, known for dragging their prey into trees. Their spotted coat helps them blend into their surroundings. Leopards are highly adaptable and can thrive in various habitats. Cheetah. Size: medium, 50 to 72 kilograms. Habitat: African savannas and some parts of Iran. Description: cheetahs are the fastest land animals, capable of reaching speeds up to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Unlike other big cats, cheetahs have non-retractable claws and are built for speed rather than strength. They rely on their speed to chase down small to medium-sized prey. Snow leopard. Size: medium, 27 to 55 kilograms. Habitat: mountain ranges in Central and South Asia. Description: snow leopards are well adapted to cold, mountainous environments. They have thick fur and long tails, which they use for balance and warmth. Snow leopards are solitary and elusive, feeding on mountain goats and sheep. Jaguar. Size: large, 56 to 96 kilograms. Habitat: rainforests and grasslands in Central and South America. Description: jaguars are known for their powerful jaws and bite, capable of crushing the skulls of their prey. They are solitary animals and are excellent swimmers. Jaguars have a distinct coat with rosettes and a stocky build. Cougar. Size. Large. 30 to 80 kilograms. Habitat. North and South America, from Canada to Argentina. Description. Also known as mountain lions or pumas, cougars are solitary and adaptable, living in a wide range of habitats, from forests to deserts. They are agile climbers and primarily hunt deer, but they are opportunistic predators. Lynx. Size. Medium. 8 to 30 kilograms. Habitat. Forests of North America, Europe, and Asia. Description. Lynxes are medium-sized cats with tufted ears and short tails. They are solitary hunters, feeding on small to medium-sized animals like hares and birds. The most notable species are the Eurasian lynx and the Canada lynx. Caracal. Size. Medium. 8 to 19 kilograms. Habitat. Africa, the Middle East, and Central Asia. Description. Caracals are known for their long, tufted ears and incredible agility. They are solitary and are excellent jumpers, often catching birds in mid-flight. Caracals are opportunistic hunters, feeding on small mammals and birds. Serval. Size. Medium. 9 to 18 kilograms. Habitat. Wetlands, savannas, and grasslands of sub-Saharan Africa. Description. The serval is known for its long legs and large ears, giving it a distinctive appearance. It is an excellent hunter, using its keen sense of hearing to locate prey like rodents and birds. Its coat is typically yellow with black spots and stripes. Clouded leopard. Size. Medium. 11 to 23 kilograms. Habitat. Forests in Southeast Asia, including the Himalayas, and parts of China. Description. Clouded leopards are agile climbers with large, cloud-like spots on their coat, hence the name. They are arboreal and solitary, preying on birds, monkeys, and small ungulates. Their long canine teeth resemble those of the saber-toothed cat. Fishing cat. Size. Medium. 6 to 16 kilograms. Habitat. Wetlands, rivers, and marshes in South and Southeast Asia. Description. True to its name, the fishing cat is adapted to hunting in aquatic environments. It has partially webbed feet and is a strong swimmer, feeding primarily on fish and other aquatic creatures. Its fur is short, dense, and water-repellent. Flat-headed cat. Size. Small. 1.5 to 2.5 kilograms. Habitat. Lowland forests, swamps, and wetlands in Southeast Asia. Description. The flat-headed cat is small and semi-aquatic, with a distinctive flat forehead and long teeth. It primarily feeds on fish, frogs, and crustaceans, and is often found near water. It is a shy and elusive species, rarely seen in the wild. Pallas's cat. Size. Small. 2.5 to 5 kilograms. Habitat. High-altitude steppes and rocky terrain in Central Asia. Description. Pallas's cat, also known as the manule, has a dense, fluffy coat, giving it a stout appearance. It is well adapted to cold environments. This solitary and secretive feline primarily preys on small rodents and birds in its mountainous habitat. Margay. Size. Small. 3 to 9 kilograms. Habitat. Tropical rainforests of Central and South America. Description. Margays are arboreal cats known for their ability to climb trees with agility. They have large eyes and long tails, allowing them to leap and navigate in the forest canopy. Their diet consists of birds, small mammals, and lizards. Geoffroy's cat. Size. Small. 2 to 5 kilograms. Habitat. Forests, scrublands, and grasslands in South America, especially Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, and Paraguay. Description. Geoffroy's cat is a small wild cat with a spotted coat and is primarily nocturnal. It is an agile climber and swimmer, hunting small mammals, birds, and reptiles. This species is highly adaptable to various environments. Andean mountain cat. Size. Small. 4 to 5.5 kilograms. Habitat. High-altitude environments up to 5,000 meters in the Andes Mountains of South America. Description: the Andean mountain cat is one of the rarest and least studied wild cats. It has a long, bushy tail and thick fur to keep warm in the cold, harsh mountain climate. Its primary prey includes small rodents like the viscasia. Iberian lynx. Size: medium, 9 to 13 kilograms. Habitat: Mediterranean forests, scrublands in Spain and Portugal. Description: the Iberian lynx is critically endangered, with a very restricted range. It has a short tail, tufts of black hair on its ears, and a distinctive beard-like facial ruff. It primarily hunts rabbits, which are a major part of its diet. Jungle cat. Size: medium, 4 to 16 kilograms. Habitat: wetlands, forests, and grasslands in South and Southeast Asia. Description: also known as the swamp cat, the jungle cat has a long-legged, slender body and a tawny-colored coat. It is a proficient swimmer and prefers areas near water where it hunts birds, small mammals, and fish. Sand cat. Size: small, 1.5 to 3.5 kilograms. Habitat: deserts of North Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and Central Asia. Description: the sand cat is specially adapted to desert life. Its pale fur helps it blend into sandy environments, and it can survive with little water, obtaining moisture from its prey. It hunts small mammals, birds, and reptiles, often at night to avoid the heat. Extinct feline species. Saber-toothed cats. Time period: Pleistocene epoch, 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. Habitat: North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Description: saber-toothed cats are one of the most iconic extinct feline species, known for their long, curved canine teeth. The most famous species is Smilodon, often referred to as the saber-toothed tiger. These cats were powerful predators, using their large canines to puncture the throats of their prey. They primarily hunted large herbivores like bison and mammoths. Smilodon lived during the Ice Age but went extinct around 10,000 years ago, likely due to climate change and the decline of their prey. American lion. Time period: Pleistocene epoch, 340,000 to 11,000 years ago. Habitat: North America from Alaska to Mexico. Description: the American lion was one of the largest cats to have ever existed, bigger than modern lions and tigers. It stood about 4 feet tall at the shoulder and could weigh up to 400 kilograms. It was closely related to modern lions and lived alongside other large predators like saber-toothed cats. European jaguar. Time period: Pleistocene epoch, 1.5 million to 500,000 years ago. Habitat: Europe. Description: this large cat species is one of the earliest members of the Panthera genus and is believed to have been similar in appearance to the modern jaguar. The European jaguar was a powerful predator, preying on large herbivores like deer and horses. It lived during the Ice Age but became extinct around 500,000 years ago. Thylacosmilus. Time period: Miocene to Pliocene epochs, 9 million to 2.5 million years ago. Habitat: South America. Description: Thylacosmilus was a marsupial predator with large saber-like canine teeth, similar in appearance to Smilodon but unrelated. It was part of the now extinct Sparassodonta group, a lineage of carnivorous marsupials. Thylacosmilus likely hunted large herbivores in its South American habitat, but it became extinct due to climate change and the arrival of more advanced placental predators from North America.